Namaskar, this is Akhilesh Bhargava. Welcome to Tit-Bits on Business and Finance with me. The pent-up demand because of the lockdown and the festival demand because of the Diwali festival has certainly given rise to increased consumer spending. Because of that, we are witnessing some kind of a boost, some kind of an upsurge in India's GDP growth rate. Spending has gone up, sales have gone up, manufacturing has gone up, and to that extent, the GDP has looked up. What we are witnessing at the moment, we would call it an improvement in the economic situation, and we would not call it a recovery as the government would like it to be called. We call it an improvement because it is too early in the day to say that this is a durable and sustainable recovery. We need to watch for the next couple of quarters, for the next few months. We need to see whether this recovery that we are seeing or this improvement that we are seeing sustains itself before we say that this is a recovery that took place. Let's not forget, India is now in a technical recession, and till demand does not improve for at least 2 quarters, it is premature to say that some kind of a recovery has already set in. Moreover, for measuring whether it's an improvement or whether it's a recovery, we must also take the correct comparisons, the correct benchmarks. If you start comparing the growth for the months of September and October with that of April and May of this year, it's certainly going to look far better. That's a wrong comparison. The comparison truly should be with the growth that took place, according to us, for the average of the last 3 years. Then you would really come to know what kind of an improvement has come into the economy and how sustainable it is. Irrespective of whether it's an improvement or whether it's a recovery, the fact is that demand has gone up in the economy, and the need of the hour is to provide continuous support by way of fiscal measures to ensure that the demand remains such that India is able to pull itself out of the recession. The fact is that the government does keep saying from time to time, the FM says, the Ministry Babu say that the government is not averse to coming out with a stimulus package from time to time in order to support growth, in order to support economy, to pull the economy out of the contraction that we are seeing. The government has been making announcements from time to time. Of course, it's a matter of a huge debate about to what extent is the government really spending. What the government claims is not what it is. But let's keep that aside. For the moment, the fact is that the government has been announcing some kind of stimulus packages from time to time. The finance minister yesterday announced yet another stimulus package, package number 3. What are the main features of yesterday's stimulus package meant for reviving a stalling economy? The first one, a sum of 18,000 crores has been provided towards the Prime Minister Awas Yojana, which is meant for urban housing, along with certain tax relief in order to give a boost to the real estate sector in the urban areas. A sum of 6,000 crores has been provided by way of additional equity to the NIIF. The NIIF is India's key agency for providing loans and finance to the infrastructure sector. The government hopes that by virtue of this additional equity of 6,000 crores, the NIIF will leverage it into additional loans of 1.1 lakh crores to the infrastructure sector. A sum of 10,200 crores have been provided towards capital expenditure and industrial related expenditure. Fertilizer subsidy has been enhanced by another 65,000 crores. That's the amount that will be provided towards fertilizer subsidy in this stimulus package. 10,000 crores have been provided additionally under the Prime Minister Garib Kalyan Rozgar Yojana, and that's meant for providing, enhancing rural employment. The MSME credit guarantee scheme, which was till December 31st, has now been extended till 31st March 2021, and this is to ensure that a maximum number of MSMEs are able to benefit from it. In addition to this, the government has announced yet another credit guarantee scheme for those 26 stressed sectors which have been identified by the KV Kamath committee. Companies in these sectors which had standard loan accounts as at 29 February 2020 and whose loan exposure is between 50 to 500 crores are now going to be eligible for additional loans for which they need to provide no collateral whatsoever. Thus, yet another boost by way of funding to the stressed sectors in the MSME layouts. The Exim Bank has been provided 3,000 crores in order to fund overseas projects. All this results in a total outlay of 1.2 lakh crores in this stimulus package number 3. Along with the PLI scheme that was announced for 10 sectors day before yesterday, this stimulus package means that the government has laid out additional 2.65 lakh crores as part of stimulating the economy, hoping that the economy starts an upward growth path. After announcing the package, the finance minister said that the total stimulus provided by the government so far totals 29.87 lakh crores, which she says is equal to 15% of India's GDP. And in that, she says the government's spending share is to the tune of 9%. Whether it is to the tune of 15% or whether it is much lesser is certainly a matter of huge controversy, and the figures are certainly debatable. The Financial Express says that the actual outgo that is being announced in these stimulus packages is much less than what the government claims. While we of course agree with what Dr. Rangarajan has to say, we would like to point out that capex spending on capital expenditure certainly adds to a country's productive capacity, and if that is done, it will also help to compensate, it will also help to recover the lost output during the pandemic in the coming years. Therefore, we think the government needs to spend more on capital expenditure. The government by its announcements has not been averse to spending. We realize and we recognize that its resources are limited. We also recognize the fact that we really do not know till when is the pandemic going to continue, and maybe the government has been conserving its resources such that whenever there is a need to spend, it is able to do that in whatever manner and to whatever extent it is able to do. We certainly hope it spends more. We certainly hope that it spends more such that the 9% or the 15% expenditure target that the government claims is finally met, as against just about 2% which it has spent so far as per the claims and calculations of the likes of Financial Express itself. This is Akhilesh Bhargava signing off till we meet again. Namaskar.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.